this is insane. We can now detect feelings in real time through facial expressions using AI.
Just off the bat, I think AI tech isn't there yet because there's not a single column that says want to slap. How is it accurate?
So it's doing it in real time. It's like the lag seems to be like very short.
But there's will I be able to fool the AI, which is if I'm feeling nervous or scary?
You will be able to fool the AI.
Okay, got it. Okay.
It's like you can fool the AI, but you need to be really good. In fact, it's so weird to fool the AI. You need to be good enough to fool other humans.
Yeah, fair. A friend of mine was telling me that there's some company, which is an AI related company. They do outdoor advertising, like digital screens at airports and stuff. They are able to detect people who see the screen for how long are they seeing, and they're able to judge ads based on that.
Yeah.
Which was super frustrating because already digital advertising tracks me so much. Now if I'm at airport, can I just pick up my fucking luggage without someone tracking whether I'm seeing an ad or no?
But now if I'm just thinking as the business, right? Now you have the element of CPV.
Yeah.
You never had
even
CPV.
outdoor. Even outdoor.
Outdoors.
Yeah.
Right? You never had CPV outdoors. When you run an ad on Facebook or Google or whatever, you'll be like, okay, this many people saw it and I'm paying whatever, 3 rupees per view, right? Now you can put up a billboard and the guy selling the billboard can say, well, it's 3 rupees CPV. And it's at the airport, so like 7 rupees CPV. All the faces are going to be this thing.
Yeah, I think CPV at Silkboard Junction is like super low.
And eventually, if you have like a open source facial data set, which I think a lot of Facebook profiles are public info, right? Your face at least. If I scrape all of it, I can tell you who's looking at it.
Correct.
And I can even tell you whether a celebrity looked at it. I can be like, hey, Shah Rukh Khan looked at this for like
So not
3
only
minutes.
not only how many eyeballs, but whose eyeballs?
Yes.
And for how long?
Yes. And how do you retarget them? Because if I know the face of the person, let's say I know it's Tanmay's face, I can retarget you, right? Because I have some database which has a match of Tanmay, and that's why I'm so scared of like things like Aadhaar or something leaking. Like if Aadhaar ever leaked, because it's so easy now for me to connect the face to the name.
Yeah.
And that's a gold mine.
And wouldn't that be insane? Like imagine being at the airport and there's enough infrastructure at the baggage trolley to detect who's the majority of the folks in the room.
Yeah.
What is their net worth? And so it changes the ad on the fly to suit that particular room.
Yeah. Eventually you'll be wearing those AR glasses, the thin ones, and it'll just be an empty board. And when you look at it, actually, I don't even think you need a board. It'll just like pop up in front of you.
Yeah. It tells you what you should be looking at right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's going to be crazy. One of the, one interesting thing about this is I keep getting this comment. I used to keep getting this comment. I don't get it anymore. About a year ago and beyond that, saying the one thing AI will never be able to do is AI can never be emotional. Emotions are a human thing, right? And AI can never do emotions. It can never detect emotions. It can never create emotions, which is theoretically wrong, by the way. So I just want to correct this for the average person watching this. So I kept getting these comments saying, an AI can never be emotional. Humans are the only emotional ones. Arey, robot hai, emotions nahi hai. And they act as if emotions are something unique to humans and it's what makes us human. That is wrong. If you look at the timeline of the evolution of the brain, about 150 million years ago, we had the limbic system come out. Okay? And the limbic system is there in almost every mammal. And the limbic system has the amygdala, the hypothalamus, etc., which controls your hormones, it controls your emotions, it controls fear. So technically, and we know our dogs have emotions.
Correct.
Right? In fact, your dog is more likely to respond to emotional cues. Like when you go say good dog, it's not responding to you saying good dog, it's responding to you being excited. And it's like, he's saying the excited things. Now, dogs also have a little bit of intelligence in the sense they can also pick up some words, but most mammals have emotions, right? It's not unique to humans at all. What is unique to humans is rationality. And that came around 15 to 19 million years ago in great apes. And the part of the brain was called the prefrontal cortex.
Correct.
And the human version of the prefrontal cortex came out about 6 million years ago. It allows us to rationalize. It allows us to have personality.
Context setting.
It allows us to have this consistent story of who I am, right? In fact, there's this really good book, okay? It's called I Am a Strange Loop. It's by Douglas Hofstadter. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And the best way to summarize the book is the brain is telling itself a story. It's like there's this old Arabian tale. You know the Arabian Nights, right? The stories of Arabian Nights. Apparently, the origin story of those stories was that there's a queen and she was captured by an opposing king and he was going to put her to death the next day. Okay. And instead of putting her to death, she was like, listen, don't put me to death. I'll tell you a good story. Put me to death after the story. So she tells him one story and he really likes it. Then he's like, okay, time to kill you. Then she's like, no, I'll tell you one more story. And she keeps telling him stories for 1,000 nights, right? And she lives for so many years.
Spoken fest.
Yeah.
Not really long.
Exactly, right? So it's almost like you are telling yourself a story, and that is the rational part of the brain because you can manipulate that story you tell yourself, right? So that is what makes us human. The emotions are not what makes us human. In fact, it's very easy, as we can see, to patternize emotions and also to read it, right? And our brains are actually, because we've had millions of years of evolution for this, our brains are very sensitive to what kind of emotions the person in front of us is thinking.
So right now, this tech is read only for emotions.
Yeah.
How long before you can also start writing?
It's there.
Like you can maneuver it, right? Like
So you can put it into a bot.
yeah, okay, got it.
Excuse me, what do you mean by that? That is highly offensive and inappropriate.
I was just trying out your expressive face to see what you could do.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. Could you explain it a bit more?
So see, she's doing confusion, disgust, anger. So this robot is called Ameca. I haven't done too much research into Ameca, but it seems like the face is made of something that is distortable. And there's probably tech inside that's moving the facial expressions. The cool part is...
There's more expression than Disha Patani already. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. And the cool part is the expressions are generated with GPT-3. It's not like...
This is GPT-3?
Yeah. So this is driven by GPT-3.
Hang on. So GPT-3 is queuing it, the text response and the appropriate expression to go with it.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. So write only is here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.